Lipstick on tea? No. See, look, I check this every time, you guys. And like the last 5 videos I filmed with red lipstick on, somehow during the course of filming the video, there's lipstick all over my teeth. Even though this is a matte lipstick, it is fully matted down. What's going on? I don't know. But anyway, when I say bananas, you say peppers. And today is a video that I have actually been planning on doing for probably at least 2 or 3 years now. It is a collection of 90s stationery. I found some of this on Etsy, some of it on eBay, and I think that that's it. A lot of these are brand new items sealed in packages, and if you are a 90s kid, I want to know if you guys remember some of these brands, some of these items, some of these things. I was literally like, oh my God, I know I'm missing some stuff. But you guys, I think some of it is like still on the way. I'm sure you guys are experiencing this as well. Shipping, you know, shipping delays, they are a thing that's happening. So I think that there's like 1 or 2 yikes things that I'm just now seeing as I'm like looking down and seeing what's before me. I know that I'm missing some things, but that's okay. We still have a ton to look at today. So some of these things I had actually even forgotten about, but eBay in particular is really good about suggesting similar items to the ones that you're currently looking at. And sometimes they'll do a thing where it's just like, maybe they even take it by like time period. I don't know how their algorithm works, but I started out looking for Yikes things. Do you guys remember Yikes? I feel like that's a stationery brand that I talked about a lot when I talk about like 90s stationery stuff. That was pretty much my favorite stationery brand when I was a kid. And I was huge into office supplies. I feel like I didn't call it stationery back then, and I called it office supplies because I used to love to go to work with my mom and there would just be like highlighters and notebooks and stuff galore. And I feel like that's kind of where my love of all things pens, pencils, notebooks, and stationeries began. So I feel like now I kind of call it stationery because I don't know if anybody on YouTube is doing like office supply hauls. Although now that I've said that, I immediately want to Google it. But when I was a kid, I feel like all the time, anytime I would go grocery shopping with my mom, I would always want to go down the office supply / stationery aisle. And I feel like that was just heaven for a 90s child that loved stuff like this, because you could find Lisa Frank, you could find Yikes, you could find all kinds of stuff. So Yikes was something I had a ton of as a kid, and I feel like these things are like highly collectible now. So anyway, first thing we're gonna look at today is a super bizarre pencil box. Now, I'm shocked that this thing survived because it's not like 100% paper, but it doesn't feel 100% like plastic either. Oh, it says it's 100% yikeable. Partly recycled, totally recyclable. Recyclable. Sometimes I feel like this is the kind of stuff that formed my personality. Just, it's so weird. Contents, 1 freeze-dried, vacuum-packed kid. Like, who designed this? Do you know what I mean? It's just so random, so obscure. But I feel like this was like a thing in the 90s. This was like a whole aesthetic, just bizarre, confusing, neon. So yikes. Now I will say, I feel like this was in somebody's like garage or something, because I do need to figure out how to clean it. Because it feels like, you know, if you touch something and it feels like just slightly dusty all over the surface, that's what this feels like. So we have freeze-dried kid, and there it says Yikes, and oddly enough, there's feet on the bottom here, and then it says squishometer. Ah, there's like a lock going all around. This is just, what's going on here? And then the kid is screaming, I didn't do it. Okay, I've somehow spent 5 minutes looking at a pencil box, but just, so then you open it, right? And then like, oh, the kid, you know? And then you open it again, and there's where you can put your supplies. So yeah, I don't know. It's so strange. It reminds me of like Erie, Indiana. Do you know what I'm saying? I loved that show. Has the same kid from Hocus Pocus in it. Loved it. And this kind of makes me feel like, you know, you can watch that show on Amazon Prime. If you missed out on that when you were an actual kid, now's your time. Then this was the next thing to get on my quest. And I remembered these pencils and I thought that they were yikes, but that is not true. Why is my face itching so bad today, you guys? Every time I put makeup on for like the past week, all of a sudden my face, it doesn't look like it would be itching right now, does it? Maybe it does. So itchy, like literally why? Anyway, I thought that these were yikes, but they're not. They're just from the brand Pentel, and these are called grip sticks. So I was able to get a set of 3 on eBay. Yellow erasers. See, everything just had these like super wild, vibrant colors. I kind of want to sharpen one of these. I need to find a pencil sharpener. So they're called grip sticks because they have these indentations on them for like where you can put your fingers to write. I'm gonna be honest, I had so many of these literal models of pencil when I was a kid. I don't know if I ever actually gripped it where the little finger grip marks are, because look at how unnatural that is to write. I should find a pencil sharpener and then see if I can like write with actually gripping on the grip sticks. Maybe I'm misunderstanding. Maybe you're just supposed to put one finger on a grip at a time. Although once you start to sharpen it, your grips will disappear. But it's still, even if I like hold it like that, I feel like that's still like weird. I don't know. Maybe I don't hold a pencil right. A moment of self-discovery. And then this is another thing that I remember so much. Oh my gosh, which I'm so torn if I want to like open these or leave them sealed, because it is so cool to just have the original packaging from this long ago. I think these came out in like 97. Let's see, I don't actually see a date on them, but you know, when the X-Files first launched, I feel like there was just a whirlwind of alien and UFO items. Although the X-Files, I feel like came out way before 97. That had to be like 94, 95, 96? Actually, I tried to like scan in on the copier, like lay this flat on the copier and like try and at least like make, you know, a copy of what it looks like for my junk journal, but I don't understand why it comes out so like blurry and weird. So we're gonna open it, you guys, because Bic Wavelengths was something I loved. They didn't just have UFO themed things. They had like monsters and like literally just so many different random themes. I feel like sometimes that's like what I miss the most about the 90s is there was so much variety. Like at any period of time, I feel like, do you guys feel like that? I don't know. Like I feel like now there is variety, but there will be like a franchise or something and then a ton of stuff that goes along with that franchise. But like in the 90s, I feel like there was like brands, but then just a ton of random stuff that all fell under like the same brand. Anyway, if you Google Bic Wavelengths, you will see like they even had some that were not like characters. Like they had some of that stuff where it's like temperature responsive, it changed colors. There were like ones that were like shimmery. There was so much cool stuff. So this is actually like a little bit torn open already. So I'm just gonna sneak the pins out of the corner here. And then look, Miley Cyrus, best of both worlds. Or actually, you know what I should do is just very carefully peel the top of the packaging, you know? Then tape that down, because like who really wants that anyway, you know? So look at all of these designs. That was the thing that I honestly loved as a kid, and I remember trading stationery. That was like a thing I feel like me and my friends did, because sometimes you would get, yeah, see in this pack we have 2 repeats of this like red design, So, you know, there was like different designs in every pack. So sometimes you would trade because sometimes your friend would get like the one you were missing in your set. It was like a whole thing. So I'm gonna show you design by design because each of these look pretty cool. I'm gonna see if any of them write. I actually don't know if any of them, they're like, you know, 20-year-old ballpoint pens, so what are the odds? I'm gonna have to say this is my favorite design. Look at this beautiful all over alien print. And then we have this one. Oh my gosh, look at him standing there. Ah, he looks like he's got magical stars. So this is the one we have two of. It's red with UFOs and aliens on the bottom. And then this is our last design, which now I'm looking at it. Yeah, that's a repeat too. So that's like this kind of striped thing again. So let's see if any of these write. I'm gonna see if my favorite one writes, which is the solid green alien thing. So this is like a ballpoint pen. I should have maybe set up the swatching camera, but it's a black ballpoint pen. I feel like this is more of like, this is like a different kind of stationery haul because this is more of like, look at this, do you remember? Versus like, oh, look at this like cool, strange ink. Oh my gosh, you guys, surprisingly smooth right. So it is just black ballpoint pen. The next grouping of things is something that I honestly didn't even remember. And I feel like once again, there was a whole like style that was this. Do you know what I mean? I feel like there was like a ton of art. I don't know why I personally associate this with like Quiznos, but I feel like they had artwork or like commercials that looked like this. And maybe it is just this like same artist, Daniel Ross. Maybe that's like an artist that did a lot of stuff in the 90s, unless they mean this guy. Is this character's name supposed to be Daniel Ross? Are you Daniel Ross, sir? I just remember loving these things called Academic Union. So wild. So I have a ton of these items to look at today, and it's just, there's like just little things written all over. The choice of picky people. Look at that. Ah, the choice of picky. Wait, what did this one say? Quality products for defective minds. Well, all right then. See, I feel like there was this thing like in the 90s too, where it was like, nah, we're kids, you're adults, you know, like that kind of, like this packaging. This is the one I tried to make a copy of, and it said, "We'll never be the official pen of the PTA," you know? You know what I mean? More fun than a week of detention. Academic Union 5 mechanical pencils. Now I feel like something is missing here. Cause I know I bought this pen that I remembered having as a kid. So I actually have two of these things. So I am gonna leave this one sealed. We are gonna open this one. So this is a retractable ballpoint pen with 2 ink refills. Now the other cool thing that I'm realizing is this little thing. Look, I feel like you could use this as a bookmark. You know what I mean? This guy came out. Like he could even be, what's he pointing at, you know? Ooh, look at that. Scripto medium body. We've got teal, we've got red, we've got yellow, we've got purple, and I don't know. There's already link loaded. There's already ink loaded in there. And we have 2 more pens, which if you guys watched my last stationery hurl, maybe I can load one of these in the baton. Ooh, you know what? Maybe we should see if we could get that to work. I was reading you guys' comments, and one of y'all said you can hold a lighter up to like the ballpoint portion of a pen, and maybe then it will begin to write. Once again, let's swatch and see. Oh no, it's not responding. I'm trying, wake up, pen. Ah. Okay, I'm gonna see if either of these write, but I'm honestly like shocked with how good the first ones did. I mean, you literally don't know if this was like kept in somebody's garage forever, like what temperature was it exposed to? Who knows? However, it clearly is a refillable pen, so I'm sure I could like, you know, just go on Amazon and get a bunch of, you know, basic ballpoint pen refills. Maybe I could find some in like cool neon colors. All right, up next is an item that is like really complimentary, except for this is the pencil. So the choice of picky people. And oh my God, he's picking his nose. I just noticed that. I literally thought he was on a cell phone, which wouldn't make any sense because I think these came out, yeah, 1993. I feel like cell phones at that point were still like a thing that like nobody had, unless you were like a doctor in a television show or something. Look at how bad I just ripped that. Oh my God, collectors everywhere screaming. However, you still have this, you know? So I kind of feel like I could still just like put it together. Look at that. I'm gonna use these as bookmarks, honestly. I feel like I could run them through the laminating machine. I have like a little at-home laminator, and I feel like I can laminate. I don't know why I'm choosing to accentuate the word laminate every single time. Look at that. Doesn't it really almost look as like one of those times I'm gonna say, it's the same but different? But yeah, I mean, these clearly are complementary products. So this is definitely gonna work because it's a pencil, which you guys, oh, I am like too rough with pencils. I feel like that's why, well, there's so many reasons why, you guys, they always made me write with pencils at school and I hated it. I really did. I like ink. I like the feel of ink. So I feel like the minute that they stopped literally forcing me to write in pencil, I probably never look back. It does write, and it comes with a bunch of bonus lead. Look at that. Complimentary lead. This guy who looks like some kind of gangster, that's what he looks like to me, you know, Godfather. This is 5 mechanical pencils, and I'm trying to not, I'm trying to not throw this away. Partially true. I'm trying to not like rip this so badly. Even though these were all, like I saw a bunch of listings for these items and these were all sold as like kind of collector quality because all the packaging was like bent anyway. I feel like there's lots of, I mean, there's collectors for anything, right? So I feel like there were, you know, there's probably like a lot of collectors that just want everything to be super pristine, but I knew I was gonna like open it anyway. So yeah, look at all of these cool patterns. I feel like we have 5 different patterns. Like, how were they able to do this back in the day? And why don't they still do stuff like this now? Or do they, and I'm just missing it? Oh my gosh, these even have like little metal, like so you can clip it to things. So there's that pattern. Then we have this one. All of these almost have like a metal feel to them. It's crazy. I wonder if this is like a metal pencil with like a wrapping around it. That's what it feels like. Then we have this one. Then we have this one. I like that one a lot. And then we have this one. Look at that. So I'm gonna just try and write with these again. I feel like this is, ooh, this is like, see, I feel like these leads like all have maybe different, no, they both say ultra fine point number 2 lead. So that's interesting because like, just look at the lead difference there. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see. I feel like the one we tried last just felt a lot softer, like a lot softer lead, and this one like writes a lot fainter and it just feels harder, you know? And last item for the day, until the rest of my stuff comes in the mail, is 2 highlighting markers. Which these are crazy. I honestly thought that these were, you know, those like clickable erasers? Because that's why I just swatched all these pencils first. Let's see if these are gonna like work at all. So they say, relieves brain congestion, rejected by society. That's wild. Almost free poster. So all of these did have like almost free poster. So I wonder if you could get like, what did the poster look like? Do you know what I mean? I wonder if it was like just one of these characters or all of them, or if you mailed in different things on the back. Did you get like a different poster for each like different UPC? I remember that was like a big thing back in the day. You would like collect UPCs off of tons of different products. And you would mail them in. Companies would have different campaigns all the time. Everybody from like Kool-Aid to like film, and you could get like really cool stuff. This guy is on the front. There's our 2 highlighters in there. Let's see how musty are they. You guys, I already had a freaking headache today, and I do feel like all of these items are, I almost said somehow very dusty. They're old as hell. That's why they're dusty. But it's pretty cool when you do peel away the front of the packaging, because then you do really see like all of the kind of hidden bits of the design. So these were sold at CVS. They originally cost $2.49, then $1.25, and they were marked down to 65 cents. I wish I only paid 65 cents. These are amazing. And I am truly hopeful that if they don't work, which they probably won't, because these markers, honestly, they dry out the fastest. I had some Sharpies like this that I absolutely loved. I feel like when the Sharpies came out with like the retractable Sharpie, it was such a cool concept, but I honestly stopped buying those a while ago because I feel like they dried out the fastest. There was like no hope for your retractable Sharpies. So there we go. We have a standard chisel tip there. And yeah, it's like very faintly depositing a PP yellow stain. So yeah, I'm gonna look and see. I don't know what I could possibly do to make these work. Maybe like soak the pads in water. It doesn't look super easy, unfortunately, to like take this one apart either. Like I don't even see where it twists. It's pretty cool too, because like look at this. Look at how like satisfying. That just has like a really satisfying feel to it. Oh my gosh. And like all the workings, like it just feels so cool and it looks so awesome. But yeah, I don't know. What can I do with it? Maybe you guys can like leave me some comments down below. Let me try and find a lighter, and we'll try the lighter trick really quick. I'm gonna try the lighter trick on one of these refills that does not write, because, you know, I mean, if I somehow melt or mess up like one of these kind of things, like who cares, as much as like I don't want to melt the plastic on the end of that. And Lord knows, A, never done this before, B, klutzy. Super klutzy sometimes. That's me. So, let's just do that. I guess I'm like meant to be passing the tip. Ah! Oh no. So it exploded. I think I got too carried away, you guys. Look at that. Oh no. Look at that. So I was like getting kind of wild because I was like, make it cool. Use that picture for the thumbnail. Y'all. Okay. I'm gonna try it again, but just like 5 seconds. 5 seconds, not excessively this time, because I feel like that's like dangerous. Okay. That's enough. Oh, all right. It still looks kind of burnt. I'm just gonna advise, don't do this at home. And it's still not writing. You know, and if heat is the point, not a hairdryer, you know? And the crazy thing is like, I thought this ink in the burnt thing would then just be like rushing out, but all the ink still looks like stuck to the walls of the side of this thing, if that makes sense. Like, it doesn't just look like there's ink like waiting to come out of this thing. You guys, I'm about to just that was dangerous. I don't recommend it, but also I clearly like was being excessive. Maybe I'm a goofball. I'm not gonna try and light the highlighter on fire though. So anyway, you guys, I would love to know all of your thoughts and opinions about this in the comments down below. Do you remember any of this? Do you think it looks cool? I miss stuff like this. Thank y'all so much for hanging out today and for watching. If you're not already and you'd like to be, hit the button down below, subscribe, become a member of the Banana Peppers squad, and until I see you guys again, which is going to be very, very soon, stay happy, stay healthy, stay sassy, stay banana peppery. I love you guys so, so much, and I'll be back again very, very soon.